What's up, everybody? You're listening to High Tea with Mel, Kel, and Kay. If you're down for some unapologetic and unfiltered discussions from melanated perspectives, let's get this chat steeped and brewed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, hello, ladies.
Hi.
Good afternoon or good evening.
Oh, good
night,
evening.
good
Whatever
morning,
time it is,
whenever
we're
you're
ready for
In
listening.
your
bed.
neck of the woods. Get your PJs on.
I'm just saying,
Mhm.
I am ready.
Yes.
Oh, I missed you, ladies.
It's
How
been,
was your
what,
break?
2 weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a bit. It's been a bit.
been a
No, I
lot.
think longer than that. I think like 3 weeks already.
Really? Who knows?
Yeah.
Time flies.
It's been a bit.
I blocked out a lot of the last couple weeks, so
Mm-hmm.
As you should.
Yup.
In order to.
it's the only way I survive.
I think that's the only
Might
way
be
to
some
survive
version of
sometimes.
depression, but who isn't depressed?
I think
That's
depression
accurate.
is at this point just a normal.
Everyday
Verb.
thing at this
It's
point.
normal. Whether it's a phase, you know, a
Mhm.
state that you're always stuck in, a season for some. It's okay.
Yeah.
Normalize depression.
Please.
A little bit.
Fuck it.
A lot. Thanks. Well, ladies, yeah, I've missed y'all. How was y'all breaks? For real.
Good.
It was great.
We surviving and thriving here.
It
and
felt
there.
like it was fast.
Where the fuck did August go?
Somewhere
Ain't
very
here.
far away.
Because it's almost damn near October.
Mm-hmm.
We're halfway through September.
God
Yeah.
damn, we
Oh
get
my god.
It's gonna be 2023 in a minute.
I'm ready. Oh god.
We weren't ready.
Well, we gonna keep on doing what needs to be done.
Well,
Because
keep on going.
who are we? Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all, we're excited to be back. We're gonna go ahead and, I feel like after last episode, we should talk about some things. I want to talk about friendships. And not the ones I already have. Love y'all.
Mhm.
Mean it. Really. But just how it is to be a fucking adult and also try to figure out who the fuck you are and make friends. But also thinking back when you're like a kid,
Mm-hmm.
like it feels like it was easier, but I also remember the anxiety.
The awkwardness.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is? I think when you were younger, there was more of an emphasis on being liked
Yes.
by someone new. And it's just like trying to figure out, oh my god, is this person gonna like me? Is this person gonna like me? Is this person gonna like me? Now as an adult, like if I'm put in a social setting where I have to make like, whether it's just be like, a little chit chat with somebody else, I always get to the point where I'm just like, oh my god, is this person gonna get on my fucking nerves?
Yep. That's accurate.
So now that's the level of self-awareness I'm at.
Or be
now.
like, don't latch on to me. Don't latch on to me.
Right. Or it's just like, oh fuck. Like there's like an anxiety now as an adult when it comes to like, I won't say that I've made new friends, but I have made like new acquaintances or new connections. But I necessarily won't call them friendships because for me, a friend is somebody that you communicate with on a certain level, one.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also a certain type of feelings in the relationship, whether it's just like, oh my god, if something happened to you, how much am I going to care?
Right.
Does that make sense? Like, no, I'm no, be serious.
No, but that's real.
That's right, because it's just like now, if I hear something happen to somebody that I became friends with like 5 months ago, and we talk semi frequently or something, or I feel some type of emotional
familiarity with them.
Yeah, towards you or something, and you towards me, I'm gonna be a little sad if something happens. Like if you end up in the hospital, I hear something, or you go through like you get kicked out of your apartment or something like that. Yeah, I'll feel a little empathy, but if it's like an acquaintance, it's just like sucks for her,
right.
and then it's just like damn, and you just move on. Like it's like you don't even think about it again.
Yeah.
So that's how I think about adult friendships. It's more of a how do I connect with you emotionally, and more of a if I'm meeting you for the first time. Like, whatever vibe you give off or like whatever conversation we have, it's just like, oh God. It's a matter of like, oh God, are you going to be clingy? Oh my God, are you going to be annoying? Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be annoying. Like, that's the anxiety now that I feel when it comes to people. It's just,
Yeah.
I feel like you touched on it. You said that when we were kids, we want everyone to like us.
mm-hmm.
As adults, we're like, we want to like them.
Yes.
Like,
Right,
we want to be able to know what level we could be at with people.
Right. Like, we want you to be likable, but at the same time, like, I guess when you get to an adult
I need to
more...
know if I'm going to like you.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck if you like me or not. That is not my problem.
Nope.
Yeah.
Your problem is whether I like you or not. And maybe that's like a little bit of a selfishness, or maybe
no,
that's
because
just,
we're crazy.
Or maybe that's just us having like a kind of like inflated semi-god complex. I don't know.
No, but
I sure do.
This is what I was gonna say.
I think I'm fucking phenomenal, so I want to like you, and you need to like me.
I think it has all to do with expectations. Like, nobody really likes to talk about it, but we all seem to expect things from other people. And adults expect things from their friends, and adults want their friends to bring some kind of value to their lives and some kind of depth and understanding and support, you know? Definitely. And then as we were kids, the only important thing is that everybody was just likable or had fun. Because kids is F-U-N, fun. That's all we wanted. And nothing else is really expected from the situation at all. But as we're adults, it's more like, do you add value to my life in some sort of capacity?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because if you kind of like think about it, you kind of not really play like a comparison games to like your established friends, but with the people that you have established as your friends, there's a reason why they're still your friends. And there's no lie to that. And you know exactly why those people are your friends. So bringing somebody else new into your life and making a new connection on a friendship level, it's you kind of weigh it against that, but it's not really like a general comparison of saying like Sally sucks because she doesn't have the same qualities as Maya, and Maya's bomb, and we hate Sally because she's not like Maya. It's not that. It's just knowing
Sally and Maya.
It's just knowing that, you know, you can get shit-faced drunk around Maya and Maya's not going to judge you, but you don't know if Sally's going to judge you for being shit-faced drunk and belligerent when you do go out and get drunk. So I think there's a level of like not wanting to be vulnerable around new people. And I'm not an advocate for being vulnerable around people that you don't know like that. Yeah. If you've never seen the inside of my house, we is not playing those games. Absolutely not.
Shoot, if you've never been in my car, you're not allowed.
That as well. So yeah, I think that's mainly what it is. That level of vulnerability you have with your established friends versus bringing new people into your life. And I think there's people who are very naive to that and can make friends with everybody.
Well, and I'll stop you with that. Is like when people say I can make friends with anybody, that's actually a lie, because there's no way in the world that you can be friends with everybody that you meet. That's a lie.
And also, not everybody's going to be friends with you.
No, I think what people misconstrue about that statement of like, I can be friends with everybody, is like, no, you can be friendly with everybody, but not everybody is your friend. So I think that's the part that people get confused or just like misuse the words. Yeah. And it's just like, no. There's a difference between friendly and being friends. Yeah. Because being friendly just means that you're being nice and courteous and respectable. Versus actually having friends.
Yes. Yeah. Well, like being an adult now, hopefully you have matured and you've gotten to know who you are.
Oh, yeah.
And figure out what makes you tick. Yep. And all the pressure points and the triggers. Because that's a part of it. It's not just, oh, how do I categorize you? It's also, are you going to physically irk me?
What I said earlier. Are you going to annoy the fuck out of me?
I'm fucking crazy.
While we're in this room with
I have zero filter. And some people have learned that the hard way. I tell people that, especially the new people. I'm gonna keep it a bug. Always.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what's on my mind. If something you don't like what I say or it makes you feel uncomfortable, fine, tell me that and I'll adjust. But then you go into a category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you try to alter who I am, that's fine. I accept that it makes you uncomfortable. But also now you're in a box.
That's why I said the level of vulnerability. It's like, who can you actually be your true self with? And I think that's something you learn as you make friends and lose friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you become an adult, you become more guarded in certain aspects, which is good and healthy.
As you should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it is a smart idea to have some level of guarding up when it comes to letting people into your life, because people wear great masks and they disguise themselves very well.
Yes.
So you can go years and years and years without seeing a person's true nature until. And it's usually when people are down on their luck or down in the dumps is when you see people's true natures.
Mm-hmm.
So it may take some people a couple of days, a few weeks, a few months, and others a few years. But people are always going to show their true self.
Shit, Kishana, you know one of mine that took years. Motherfuckers be popping out like millions.
Hell yeah. They be like, surprise, bitch.
You ain't know?
That shit's a
I've
jack
been
in
here
the
this
box.
whole time.
Yeah, they're like a jack in the box. That shit is just outrageous.
It's wild.
See, that's why we're afraid of clowns. We don't like clowns. We don't like them
No.
over here.
I swear to God, take this and hear me clear. Do not invite anyone on this call. I'm speaking for you, Kelly. I don't know how you feel about them, but I'm gonna speak for you. Do not invite us to a function where there's a clown involved.
I don't condone them.
I'm going to leave. And I'm never going to speak to you again.
Real quick sidebar. A couple years ago, Mel and I and a friend went to King's Dominion and for Halloween. Worst decision ever, because there was a clown park. Half the park was a clown park, and we had no choice but to walk through it. You were forced to walk through it. You couldn't walk back the other way. You had to follow a path.
Oh gosh.
So
also,
Mel
we
just
drove
kept her
2
eyes
hours
closed.
to get there.
So Mel kept her eyes closed the whole entire walk. And I'm just like, Mel, I mean, my fear isn't as numbing as yours. Don't come near me. That's it. God. Just don't come near me. Stay over there. And then we got lost on the way back, but we found the Waffle House.
Saved by the Waffle House.
We found it completely by accident. We drove into a dead zone, made the wrong turn, and then we were just driving on a dead end street, looking like we're about to go like get murdered by Jason from.
I mean, over there that could happen.
Yeah, no, we didn't like it. And a pickup truck passed us, and we were like, nope, turn back. Turn back.
Got to go.
Like, turn back.
You could ask my boyfriend. I don't fuck with pickup trucks.
No. Especially if they're white.
No, especially the beat up ones. I don't fuck with those.
Any of them.
Any of them.
I can fuck with a Ford 1500 real quick, but not the beat up ones. No, I'm good.
Sus.
Anyway, picking this train back on track. Just a quick diversion. I just wanted to say that because it reminds me of that night.
I feel like when we were kids, it literally was, you just needed one thing to bond with them over.
Definitely.
And that was it. Until you realized you either really didn't like them, or they realized they didn't like you, or you kept the friendship pushing.
True.
But it literally took like 2 weeks to phase that out.
Yeah.
Like either you staying or you going. As a kid. Now it's like you gotta go on. It feels like you're dating. Like you gotta go out with them. You gotta go meet them places because you don't know them. You're not inviting them to your house. And I ain't going to theirs.
No.
I'm not gonna introduce you to my parents yet because I don't want them to like you and then we stop being friends. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
You gotta vet your friends now.
You
gotta vet your friends the way you vet men and women. Like, that's crazy.
First of all, don't invite yourself to my house also.
We ain't peppermint pattying anybody.
First of all, I don't like inviting people into my home if it doesn't look the way I want to look. So don't ever come to my house thinking you can come over here whenever you want to come over here. I got a process. has a process.
Mm-mm.
Lord, no.
So
No.
but I think when we were younger, it's not only the fact that I think when we were younger, think about it. We had friends for the school year.
Mm-hmm.
Because majority of the time, the circumstances of being placed in a class with particular people kind of forced you to become friends. And then once the summer came, you stopped talking.
Yeah.
And then the next school year started, and you make new friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically,
Or
that
you reconnect
gap,
with your old crew.
exactly, because you may have been placed back in the class with your old crew, and then you guys become friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what happens is the fact that, like Mel, like both of you said earlier, it's a level of how much fun you had with that person when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Not only the things you connected with, that definitely counts, but I think it's the level of fun. Because if you think about our friendship, Mel, because we started our friendship very young. We started our friendship at the beginning of junior high school. So it's just like, it worked out for us because we had a lot of fun with each other.
Still do.
We have bomb ass times together. So it's just like,
she would so hate me if we didn't have fun together.
yeah,
Like,
no.
she would hate me.
I need some fun. A girl needs a little bit of activities.
Yeah, that's why they had the song "Girls Just Want to Have Fun."
Right. They just wanna. So yeah, I think the fun factor definitely has a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the personality stuff comes into play as you get older.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really think about that part of it. Like, if you look at little kids can fucking fight with each other all day, but the next day they still want to go see each other and hang out again.
Yeah.
I was like, but you were just fighting, like you were just ripping each other's hairs out your head. Like, what's happening?
They have such a rebound effect.
Right, like that shit
Resilient.
doesn't phase them. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think kids, I think their feelings will get less hurt. Their feelings aren't to hurt quicker when it comes to friends versus like their parents or like their siblings.
I think that's true.
It's just
No,
it's
that
odd.
is true. Do y'all? What is the best part of the friendships that you had when you were a kid? Like, what was your favorite part outside of fun? Obviously, like, is there a good memory you have, or just in general, what's your favorite?
You know what? Thinking back, I think when I was growing up, my little friend group of girls, we were so connected with our parents for some reason. And I think a lot of kids, when you're growing up, you don't really want to be with your parents once you're around your friends. But going over to each other's houses, it was like, hey, mom, hey, dad. We were just very connected in that aspect. It wasn't just like going over to Megan's house. It was going over to see Megan and her mom and her dad and her siblings, because you could even become friends with the siblings, not just the one that you went to school with. And I think that was so a 90s thing. I don't know about you two, but that was definitely the case for me.
We had that with a specific family. We did have that.
Mm-hmm.
I had it with a fake family.
With a fake?
Yeah, I got a sidebar. I can't
Oh
have
my
this on
god,
the internet.
okay.
That's why I just said a specific family and just left it as that.
Gotcha.
Because that's a whole sidebar right there too.
Yeah.
So,
love that.
They will sue. I ain't with it.
There's a lot of dirty laundry in that family. But.
Okay, next.
But I won't lie. There were really good parts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%.
Man, like some good parts.
Hold on. Wait, Mel.
That's the survivable part of
Mel.
that scenario.
Are we talking about the same?
You met him?
Well, we're not talking about the same people.
Oh, I know more. This is just the longest of them all, I'm thinking.
No. I'm just trying to clarify whether we're talking about the same people.
All right, I'll hit you in the chat.
Okay, hit me in the chat. Sorry, everybody.
Turn to fade.
Sorry about that.
Play some elevator music.
Oh my god.
We have to get a soundboard. That's on the next agenda.
Some things is expensive.
Shit in the way. Shit's so extra.
That's who I thought. That's what
Yeah.
I thought. That's what
Woo.
across the street
No.
or right next door.
Ding ding.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got it.
Yeah, but there were really good parts.
Yeah.
Like, we'll go into the sidebar conversation later, but there were really good parts. That definitely keeps memories for me. But I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Right.
Always.
And same with the people that I'm speaking about as well. It's just like there was a lot of interconnection. It just wasn't like the immediates in the house. It was like extended and stuff like that. So it's just there's kind of like a, how do I say this? It's like a disconnect from all of that. And it's kind of like you may not purposely want to disconnect from all of those people, but disconnecting to the main ones that form the connection makes you have no choice but to disconnect from all of them.
That's true.
And that hurts, man.
It does hurt because those people don't deserve it because they were great people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the
and
ones
you make connections with them.
Exactly. And you form your own relationships with them and you form your own rapports and you basically form your own rapports, your own everything with them.
Connections.
Yeah, definitely.
Things.
So it's just the fact that there's no wins in situations like that where you may have to like step away from friendships. I don't think anyone wins from stuff like that. I would never sit here and say that, oh, do I think that, oh, was I wrong? Were they wrong? Whoever's wrong. No, it's not even about those things. It's just about the fact of just knowing that you're no longer good from where I'm trying to be right now. Yeah. It's kind of like throwing energy into that is going to hold me back from other things. And you have to like make that distinction. And I think that's like the suck ass part of like growing up is the fact that you start to realize you can no longer be in that place with certain friends anymore.
Because all it does is bring you down.
Yeah, and sometimes it makes you progress slower. And it's kind of figuring out like, hey, you're asking me for X amount of time and I don't have that time to give. And you're being salty about it. So now it's like you can't provide the way you used to before with certain things. So it's kind of like you got to make a shitty decision.
Sometimes it's just a decision that you knew was coming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
What about y'all? What are some of the best parts of those childhood friendships that you remember?
Definitely the adventures. I know that kind of goes into fun.
Oh, yeah.
But there's like certain adventures that you wouldn't experience or wouldn't take the step to do if it wasn't because of like those childhood friendships. Whether we're talking about like when you were super, super young or like teenagehood. Like I'm talking about from like teenage years and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of things I wouldn't have done if I didn't feel safe with the friends that I was with at the time to do them with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's always nice.
Or just like our park rap battles.
Park rap battles.
Lord. We weren't even drinking at that time.
Nope, we were sober as hell.
We were sober as hell. There was no drugs involved.
We were pretty good kids, y'all. Like, don't get
we were
it
decent kids for the most part.
Just saying.
Our parents were proud of us.
Yeah, still are.
From what they knew on the surface, they were proud of us.
Correct.
Let's make that clear.
We don't snitch ourselves out.
No. But yeah, it's just like little thing. Those adventures were bomb.
Yeah.
Even if it was just like the imagination ones.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, we're about to go search for the dinosaurs. Yeah. Like,
oh, there was this
seeing
one
kids,
friend
like get excited about shit like that. Be like, yeah, you go get them dinosaurs.
Yeah.
There's this one friend that I had back in the elementary school days, and we had a basement in our house, and we would get into the laundry basket and slide down the steps. We even tried to put roller skates on and slide down the steps. Did that work? Nah, not hell no. But we tried it multiple times. We did. We sure enough did. Did we break a bone? She sure enough did, and that femur came out.
Oh, no, that's nasty.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It did.
That's gross.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
That's when I knew she fucked up. Oh, man. Yep. And making mud pies on the side of the house. That was always so sweet. And then bringing it into mom. And she acting like it was the greatest pie ever.
Right. Fake
Those
eating.
little things. Yeah.
Just fake
Kelly
eating.
been baking from the start.
I was
Right.
with soil and everything. All natural.
I'll speak on this point. So, growing up in the neighborhood that I currently live in, like growing up here, there was a lot of kids in this neighborhood, and I think that was like one of the best parts of my childhood growing up, where I grew up, is because there was so many kids in the neighborhood, all within the same age group, whether we were like 3 years younger than a few, or like 4 years older than a few. And mind you, it's like a one-way street. So, and at the time, the community wasn't as busy as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So our parents did not care. They used to kick us out the house, and we would meet up in front of somebody else's house or in someone's backyard or someone's front yard.
You damn Skippy.
And we would just hang out until the streetlights come off.
Mm.
As long as we did not leave the block, they did not care.
Listen.
So it was great. But another form of those disconnect, people move away, people get older, people make friends somewhere else, and then you just disconnect, and it's like, it's not on bad terms. And it's not on bad terms. Because sometimes I'll see people come back and stuff like that, and we'll be like, hey, how's it going? What's up? How's your mom? How's your dad? Whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's great. There's no hard feelings in disconnecting. As long as as long as you're able to run into people and say, what up? What's going on? Like, how you been? It's been so long. Like, how's your kid? So.
Oh God, not how's your kid?
Girl.
Anyways, not gonna do it.
That's a question I ask a lot. Like, how's your kid?
We're at that point now.
I'm like, how's the baby? And they're like, babies. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh God.
When did that happen? There was only one last time I saw you. Now there's 5.
5? Oh
No,
my
I'm joking.
God.
I'm exaggerating, Kelly.
Not 5.
Becoming the Duggars.
Listen, you just got my uterus nervous.
Some
Don't do
people
that.
work quick. Some people work fast and they work quick.
Ugh.
They did not come to play.
That stuff shot out quick. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Literally gagging right now.
Hashtag shooting up the club.
Yeah. Pow,
Back
pow,
to
pow,
back.
pow, pow.
Bullet. They don't be playing.
Anyway. All right. Well, I feel like as adults now, like making new friends, depending on who you are, I'm not judging anyone. I'm not making assumptions about you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just speaking for me and the people I know. We all are here struggling. So as struggling people, a common bond for us is alcohol and drugs.
Mm.
And the amount of people I know that are on either or both, it's almost everyone.
It's excessive.
And it's a bonder. I'm sorry. Most of my like relatively decent friendships, not even the deep ones like y'all, like just my normal people I would consider friends, all of us have something to drink.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have some type
Without
of vice.
question.
Right.
Yeah.
Automatic.
I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. If you are not undergoing a sobriety journey because of some type of alcoholism or drug use or something, and now you're sober from it because it fucked up your life or it's about to fuck up your life, I understand that. But this is just me. And people may feel some type of way that I'm saying this. If you're a grown-ass adult over the age of 21 and we go out and you don't order drinks and you're not pregnant or you're not on some type of prescription
I am
medication
confused.
that's gonna think that, I look at you funny.
Funny. The emphasis on
Funny.
the suffix.
You are up to no good. And guess what? Now I don't even want to order a drink because I got to keep my eye on you.
And I'm uncomfortable.
And I'm very
Yeah.
uncomfortable. You're making the whole restaurant uncomfortable. If you are not pregnant or on any prescription pills, or you are not undergoing sobriety because of previous addictions,
Or trying
or
to get
abuse.
pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
or trying to get pregnant, sometimes that's the best way to get pregnant. Sometimes just put a little alcohol in the
From
system.
what I'm hearing. Yep. It's always stories where there's alcohol
That's
involved.
always the stories that I hear when there's alcohol
Mhm.
involved.
Yep. One
Kicks
and
up.
done.
Kicks up the libido for some. But
Listen.
I don't know. That's just our theory. This is not facts. This is just our theories.
And I do have people who just don't really like to drink. And that's fine
And
if that's your thing.
Fine.
Mhm.
And that's fine.
And you make it known. But if you don't make it known,
Don't look at me funny when I'm drinking my glass of
Right.
my alcoholic beverage. Don't be a fun sucker. Don't suck the fun for everybody else. Don't be
Listen.
that person.
half of my dad's family doesn't drink.
And that's
And
fine.
guess what?
That's fine.
They still turn
I
up
do at the
sober.
family reunion.
And they
Mhm.
still turn up sober.
They really do. We're a fun bunch.
We love that.
Anyways. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's the bonder. So when you don't, once again, it's just questionable.
Mm-hmm.
What are you up to? Why can't we just have a glass of something?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even need it to be excessive.
Yeah, a little sippy sip.
Just a little glass of something.
Mm-hmm.
Not one? You can't handle one?
Right. Break out into a little cold sweat. Call
And
it
don't
a
be
day.
self-righteous about it. If you're not gonna drink your alcohol, if you're not gonna drink alcohol,
drinking right now.
Mhm.
Conserving my calories.
do you know that alcohol is not good for your skin? It's just like, who asked you, Nancy Drew? Who asked you?
Do you also understand the amount of restraint it takes me not to give you the devil stare for saying that to me?
Mm-hmm.
Which also isn't good for my skin.
Right.
Right. Plus, you don't know what I went through all week. Like, I need a drink or 8.
Fuck all week. Just today.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I need 15 today.
Like,
Give me the whole bottle to the head.
just give me the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the
Leave
whole
me
bottle.
alone.
Leave me
Left me
the
alone.
bottle and the glass. That's
Mhm.
it. Just
I'm
leave
gonna
it
caress
all right
that
here.
bottle and go to sleep.
Right.
Period.
Just go hang out real quick. Just me and it. That's it.
Right.
Mhm.
And I think one last thing I would say that's kind of finicky for me making friends as an adult is the fact that people want respect when it comes to their opinions, but technically can't respect other people's opinions.
Correct.
And for me, I look for friends who can agree to disagree. Those are the type of people that I want in my life. We may not need to have the same viewpoints on everything, but of course, we should at least have the same, not the same, but at least similar viewpoints on certain things. But overall, I do find it kind of annoying when you meet people who are a little self-righteous
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to certain things. And that kind of like makes me back up from people. Where it's just like, yeah, no, I don't think we can be friends. I don't think we
I'm the
can.
same.
But it only comes from the fact that when you start spewing whatever bullshit you want to spew, and then maybe somebody else starts spewing whatever bullshit they want to spew, and then there's like a debate between it where it's just like you have to debate to be right, and it's just like no. I don't like people like that.
Like, we can have a conversation.
Don't get
But
it
when
twisted.
I have to literally explain everything to you, and you're
multiple
still not
times.
comprehending.
That means that you're just that means you're just like being ignorant by choice. That's willful ignorance to me. Where it's just like if you feel that you need to be arguing someone down till they agree with you, I can't be friends with people like that. I don't want you anywhere near my life. I don't want you there. Because for me, I believe in being assertive, and I do believe in, speaking up for yourself. If you have an opinion or you have a statement to say it. Whatever. It's okay. We're people. Like, we all want to be heard. But at the same time, it's just like, if you cannot give that respect to other people, that's my red flag.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
major.
huge red flag for me. And it's just like, and that's just not just for like new friends. That's for like people in general.
Everybody.
Where it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm okay. Yeah, no, it's all right.
That means I can't talk to you.
It's okay.
No.
Yeah. And just because it's not a decision or a choice that you would make, or it's like a path that you would choose, shut the fuck up and go walk your own. And go find people who have the same opinion as you if it's so important for you for everybody to be on your page.
Yeah.
And if
Also,
you can't find people like that, then it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to accept someone else's view on something, unless it's actually wrong.
Unless you're talking,
Yeah.
unless somebody's over here like, yo, I think it's okay to strangle a baby. Then you're just like, whoa,
Oh my God.
no. That's the most like fucking like
if you think
extreme thing that just
are
came in my head.
No, there's no longer I'm talking to you. I'm walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If your view is very extreme,
I'm going to walk away.
No,
and you were wrong.
fine.
Yeah.
We're fine. I'm not even gonna argue with you for me to be right. It's
Walk
like,
away.
Nope, I'm done. You
It's
have
okay.
a good day. Hakuna Matata, all the things.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Like I said, I believe in being assertive and standing up for yourself, but you can do shit like that respectfully.
Yes.
There's no disrespect in it. You don't need to argue people down in order to do that. You can politely state your information, your whatever facts, opinion, debate topic, color of the sky, whatever you want to state it. But you can do it respectfully.
Correct.
Feel it.
Well, if anyone has advice on how to make friends as an adult, I am here to listen. I won't tell you you're right or that it's good advice, but I'm going to accept it and say thank you. Thanks. Ladies, do you have anything else?
No, I'm good.
Great. So maybe we can have people
Chime
hit
in.
the comments if they have any ways they've made friends, because no one I know knows how to.
We all
It's
lost.
hard. Yeah. Help.
Help us. Help us.
Oh yeah. Do we have any letters?
We do have letters.
Can we
Oh,
read
wow.
Because we haven't read our letters in a very long time, and I missed
Tea
them.
chat tings. Oh my gosh.
How many letters do we have?
Let me pull this up. This is a. Let's see.
Y'all,
Oh my
I can
goodness.
lead this second topic.
Oh my
Just put it
goodness.
out there.
Let's see. We need more elevator music. Done. We scatting and batting.
You know what? Screw
Jill
our
Scott don't
intro.
want us.
We about to record our own intro music.
Oh my god, I can't. Okay, I have 3 or 2.
Ooh.
Here we go. Oh yeah, this one.
Oh wait.
What?
Tea chat tings.
A.
It's time for tea chat tings.
A.
We gon' do the
This
things.
A.
Get ready for the tea chat tings.
Tings. Move your body. Move your body.
Oh my god.
I gotta remember that. Guys. Every time we have a tea chat thing, that's the intro music.
Can we put a beat behind that?
Going
An Afro
forward.
beat?
I got you. GarageBand got mad beats. Non-copyrighted too.
Can't.
Sorry about that.
Oh no.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Okay.
Just for everyone, no. Let's make it clear. Kelly is reading this
Because
probably for the first time, second time, and me and Kishana know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nada. So this is me and Melissa's basically our blind reaction to it, the letters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I remember the last one we had me a little confuckled.
Yeah, confuckled.
Confuckled was the word.
Is
I was
that gonna
confused.
be in the Urban Dictionary?
I hope it becomes in the Urban Dictionary because it's a combination of being confused, your head's fucking blown out in smithereens.
Damn.
Because that shit was messy.
Yeah, that was pretty reckless and wild
Yeah.
and traumatizing.
Very traumatizing.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing all right, sis.
I hope everybody in that situation was doing all right.
Oh man. Okay, well, here we go.
All right.
My fiance and I were invited several months ago to the wedding of two friends whom we primarily know through shared events and mutual friends in our local LGBTQ community. As we are not terribly close with the couple, my husband and I feel we were only invited to support their vanity, to give them more, quote, likes on social media, bragging rights about the number of guests at their wedding, and worst of all, about how many wedding gifts they can collect. We wish this couple nothing but love and happiness in their marriage, but we have no interest in attending their wedding. Unfortunately, I've already RSVP'd as a, quote, yes, and the wedding is now only 3 weeks away. How can my fiance and I gracefully bow out attending their wedding without hurting their feelings all around? Are we still obligated to send a wedding gift? Signed, Exit Altar Left.
Oh no, when did we get this?
I think months ago.
No. This was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Oh,
Yeah.
you got a week? I'm sorry, girl.
Give us our Instagram. Shit.
She did.
God damn it.
Okay, we got to D-hammer.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna put it in this video. We're gonna put it in this episode, and then we're also gonna
I'll send it to you, girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll send it back.
And
to
then you can
That's
give me an
awesome.
update.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta help her out.
Mhm.
Who wants to go first?
Professional, do you want to go first, or you do want the non-professional bystander who just attends weddings on the low advice? What I would do.
+1.
I can just say what I
am
would
crazy, so I will unleash that beast when whoever wants me to go.
do. Okay. So as a person, on the outside who has been wedding guests and stuff like that, if you are that uncomfortable with going. Because technically you're not that uncomfortable about going. It's just the fact that you think that they're just doing this for the vanity effect. Guess what I would do? I will still show up to the wedding, bring my gift, and indulge in your vanity. Because guess what? If you're about to show out, I'm about to come and enjoy that show out. That's just me. That is just me.
That is dependent if there's an open bar or a cash bar.
Oh no, there's gonna be an open bar. If
That doesn't guarantee showing out doesn't guarantee that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still come anyway because I love weddings.
Okay, that's fine.
Even if I don't care about the couple, I still love the weddings.
I just like to dance.
Exactly. I just like to dance and eat food. And drink alcohol if it's there, or drink drinks. I don't care.
Oh, I'll still drink if it's cash bar.
I
I'm
like
just
to
not
get a
gonna
little
drink
cute.
as hard.
You see, my fit right there is from my wedding, my friend's wedding that's coming up in October. That's my fit right there. I got my fit hanging up. I'm ready. Ready to go. So yeah, I will still go. If I was you, I would still go. You already RSVP'd. Too late to back out. And that's kind of rude. It's kind of rude to back out of a RSVP 3 weeks before. Because this has happened to one of my really good friends, where she had literally a full table and a half of another one of people who did not show up, that she paid for those plates for.
Wow.
And she was very upset.
It depends on their venue's policy. Because most I know, it's a week. And honestly, if you tell them on a Friday, some places, if you send them on a Saturday, they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Take out one. Mm-hmm. They're not at work. They'll probably just be like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, right.
So it depends on her venue.
Yeah, that's true.
Kelly, you want to go?
Well, you know what? Girl, you got to do something. You got to show up and show out just a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Just a little bit. You don't have to get anything expensive
No.
at all. Shoot, a gift card. I'm cute with a gift card. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I
just
don't.
drop that card in the money box.
The little things just make up for big things at the longer
Yeah.
end. Get a Lowe's gift card.
Yeah.
Get it for the house.
Why should you care if they want to show out? Ain't your money paying for the wedding? Who cares if they want
Right.
to show out and it's just about vanity? Go there and enjoy the vanity as well. Screw that. I ain't paying for it. That's my philosophy. I'm going to show out.
Oh my gosh. But hey, I mean, it is what it is.
Mel?
As a person who loves to be home,
Mm-hmm.
I personally would just be like, fuck it, I'm not coming.
That's fine.
Honestly, if we're not that close, I'm gonna hit her and be like, hey girl, there's too much happening right now. I'll make us some shit. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Just, have you already gave your numbers? If the answer is no, count me out.
Yeah.
Because if her venue is flexible on the final numbers, she don't gotta pay for that.
Yeah.
As long as you tell somebody.
Right.
That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people don't tell. Like, in that scenario, that many people, that's just irresponsible, disrespectful ass shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I get
Like, it really was. But anyways, back on the topic on hand. If you really don't want to go, don't go.
Mm-hmm.
Unless she gave her final numbers, and if she did, then take your ass on. It's a date night.
Right. For free, technically.
For the free skis.
You
I'm
ain't gotta
sorry,
pay for
a
the food.
$50 gift card. Ooh.
$100, 50 between the two of you. It's okay.
Like, it's gonna be okay.
Right. They can't say you show up empty-handed.
And some people do. Most people do.
A lot of people show up to weddings empty-handed.
Most people do. They did not mail the gift. They did not buy it off my registry. It did not show up.
Yeah.
They didn't buy it.
See, at first I was on your page, Mel, where it's just like, I don't think I would go. But then when you started talking about, like you think that you and your fiance think that they're only doing this for the vanity, for the show of it, and all stuff like that, I'm like, okay, that sounds like it's going to be a very extravagant wedding, especially if they're doing it for the vanity.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go.
And I've seen them. I now work with those people. It's going to be a time.
It's going to be a hell of a time. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be very picture worthy. There's going to be lots of corners you can take pictures at.
Uh-huh.
The venue's probably going to be popping.
Yup.
And guess what? You don't have to be friends with nobody there. You don't have to speak to nobody there because you're going with your fiance.
Now, if you were single, I'd be like,
that's
no.
a different story.
Sorry. Weddings, singles, doesn't sound fun.
Mm-mm.
I brought
Yeah.
Kelly to a wedding because I was like, I'm not going single.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to get a boyfriend. So
Yeah.
Kelly was already invited and I was not backing out.
I was there.
I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. So we want one more.
Yeah, we got
This one's a little bit weird.
Where's the other one from that other week?
From that other week?
What
What you mean?
In the week?
Never mind. Go ahead. Oh, ignore me.
Okay. Here we go. Hey, ladies. I have been with the same guy since I was 20 and he was 18. Back in the beginning, he wanted sex all the time. I'm talking every day, 3 to 4 times a day. We both worked and it always seemed like a chore to me. Maybe this was because I didn't really enjoy it at the time. I basically knew nothing about having sex. Quite frankly, I was probably a lousy lay, but did it all the time because he wanted it. Before him, I only had sex with 2 other guys, so I basically knew nothing. I guess I was shy in the sack, not now. Well, here it is almost a decade later, and I'm with the same guy. Through those 10 years, he gradually slowed down to asking for it maybe twice a week. Well, here in the last 6 to 8 months, the tables turned. I finally realized what the G-spot was and want him to pound it all the time. As a matter of fact, that is all I have been thinking about. He feels like a king now, knowing how to get me off. At first, he was loving it. Now, when I want it all the time, he's too tired. I always thought he would want it, but acts like it's no big deal now. He has been bragging to his friends at work that he gets it anytime he wants. Now I'm embarrassed to be around his friends. Is that normal? Question: is he tired from having to get me off? I really thought men would take it anytime, anywhere, anyway. By the way, I don't think he's cheating. Also, I'm embarrassed for sending this. Any suggestions? Sincerely, horny bitch. Hey,
First
horny
of
bitch.
all, that discovery is a hell of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Congratulations.
nothing to be embarrassed about.
No, it's not.
Mm-mm.
Ride the pony, sis.
And he should also
Mhm.
be very proud of himself for discovering it.
Exactly. Hello,
Might have
Christopher
taken him a little
Columbus. We
bit,
don't
I
support
mean,
him.
Y'all made
But
it.
I think this is kind of a phenomenon that happens with women when they start having good sex. You start to want to recreate that good sex over and over and over again. But at least from the experiences that I have, I could only speak for what I've experienced.
mm-hmm.
It's like at some point, the longer you're with somebody, your amounts do decrease, and it's kind of normal because it comes with comfortability. But as long as like there's like it's like complete deceased, like as long as nothing's like completely deceased, I feel like it's okay for him to slow down. And I mean, like, he's a man. Like, if he's been getting what he's been wanting for like a whole decade from you, at some point it's gonna slow down. Like, it's not gonna be at a high at every point. There may be
Mhm.
months where there is a high and then it may dip into a low, and that's kind of normal as long as
She
you
did
guys are
say they
communicating and
ended
talking
up
about it.
being like twice a week,
And that's
from
that's
3 to
actually
4 a day.
that's
normal.
normal.
Yeah,
that's
that's real.
most people's sex life. It's 1 to 2 to 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's or every other week, depending on what's going on in your life. It's fluctuation. Like, it's so much.
It's what it is.
And I think it's kind of like accepting that and having the conversation with your partner. But what I don't like is that there's a public notion between him and his friends and you that they kind of know what's going on in your sex life. Even if they do know, that's supposed to be kind of discreet, not just outwardly let them pounded him up in front of you for being a king. No, no, that's disgusting and that's gross and that's a turn off. So at least for me, your friends don't have to be public about it. They can know. They can know whatever you tell them.
They need to be adults.
Right. But there's no reason why 30-year-old men are dapping each other up.
Oh gosh.
Fucking bitches.
It's no.
Childish.
It's a very unattractive.
No. Yeah, it's disgusting.
No, get your freak flag. Let it fly. Let her fly and let her be happy.
Be open. Enjoy it.
Yes. But no, he's not a damn robot, human, whatever thing. Like, he's a human. And people are tired.
And he was 18. And he was 18, 19, 20. Like, he was in his early 20s at the time where he probably had way more time on his hand and way more stamina.
And way less stress.
Exactly, to doing that, while you had the opposite.
Yeah, life didn't kick in.
Exactly. Life didn't kick in for him until the last couple of years from the way you're making it seem. And life has just literally, like, phased out for you or, like, you know, leveled out for you. So it's kind of like trying to have those conversations about what's going on. Like, you have to speak to each other about it.
Yes.
To find out and to, like, try to get some type of middle ground into, like, hey, what can we do for me to be satisfied and for you to also be satisfied with what we're doing?
And honestly, having just an open communication in general will be really good.
Yeah.
Respectful, but open. Because me and my man used to do it as much as y'all used to, and I don't have it now. I love him. We finna get married. He's mine. But no, I can't do that anymore. I'm so sorry. I
No
might
more
get a little
rabbits.
freak flag every once in a while, but not all that.
Mm-mm. But don't get it twisted. I feel that boat. But guess what? When it does happen, whether it's once a week, twice a week, I get to lay my freak flag down because the satisfaction is there, and I'm happy. And I'm satisfied. And he's satisfied. And I think that's all that matters. When you have those conversations and you figure each other's body parts out, and you figure out what each other likes, and that's it. I don't think it can get any more similar than just trial and error. Even though you guys been together for a decade, there should have been a lot of trial and errors at this point.
That's my concern.
Yeah.
But it's too late now.
So, speak to your man and don't be embarrassed to speak to your man. It's been 10 years.
Also,
There's nothing to be embarrassed about at this point. It's been 10 years.
It might not have even needed to be 10 years if you had talked to your girls about this.
Yeah.
If you have girls.
That little
like,
village.
if you have guys as best friends, no, I would not tell them this shit.
They don't need to know about
Hell
that. No. And that's kind of rude for your man, too.
No. Yeah, don't do that.
No.
But your girlfriends, like, if I was having a concern like that, I would tell them, and they'd be like, wait, your man doesn't satisfy you? Like, you not ready to super chill or go to sleep after?
Right. You ain't ready to make that man a sandwich after? What's wrong with you? What is he doing?
The munchies haven't kicked in?
Like, sis, I would be genuinely concerned if you were my friend. I'd be like, no, ma'am, what is he doing? Describe it to me. Tell me these things. We gonna fix this.
No, that shit is so true, though.
Like, it baffles me how many women don't talk about this stuff. And I'm like, I need to talk about this stuff.
Because you know why? I think there's so many stigmas around talking to your friends about sex. And I think the biggest one of all, at least the one that I've heard the most, is that there will be some type of envy or some type of, like, your friends will start lusting after your man if you speak about your sex life. I'm like, if that's how you feel about your friends, you need new friends. You need new friends. If that's how you feel about your friends.
No, we got to be uncensored in these streets.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm trying not to go to jail.
I'm like, don't get it twisted. It ain't something I speak a lot about, but I ain't complaining. So,
but that's why, because you're not complaining.
I ain't complaining.
You in a happy home, sis.
A very happy home.
That's why we don't talk about it. We should talk about it. You've been happy from then to now. Sounds great. Keep it up. Yeah, I hope you guys can talk about this.
Yeah.
And you need to tell him that his friends need to have some kind of decorum to themselves.
Yeah, nobody's saying not to. He can't tell his friends, but there has to be some type of respect when it comes.
But they need to be adults,
knowing that information.
Like, I wouldn't embarrass any of y'all's man by sharing anything you share with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially on that level.
Right.
Yeah. That's personal.
Like, I don't know about anybody else. I know the three of you do. I sense when motherfuckers change in the room. Like, who the fuck is that? So, no, I would never do that to y'all. So, no, they shouldn't be doing that to you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, peace be with you, sis.
You got this. You got this.
Yeah, quite literally.
I see what you did.
I'm done. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up with our weekly recommendations. Yay. And yes, we skipped our social media moment because, as I said, we tired. Yeah. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Do it.
Okay, so I have, you're probably going to think I'm psychotic, but who cares? There's this new show on A&E, which I'm addicted to, A&E. It's called Inmate to Roommate. Oh, it's so good, and I kind of want to do it.
No, please don't. Please don't.
No.
We don't
I
need
told you.
We don't need you to be on last 48, okay? We're
Oh
not doing
shoot,
that.
the first 48, not the
first
last.
four-
Otherwise,
yeah,
it's too late.
Yes, we
Give
don't
me a
need you to be on
chance,
the first
bitch.
48.
Give me a chance.
My bad. I'm so sorry. You're right.
See you next week with a new episode. Bye. Anyway, basically, it follows recently released inmates as they re-enter in society and they move in with everyday people. And there's this couple on there that are Mormon, and they're bringing an inmate who molested children. Now, if you can imagine how that's going, it's pretty difficult. And he's sleeping in their child's bedroom. So yeah, it's pretty shocking.
That's
But the
enough
child's
for me.
not there, correct?
Yeah, the child's not there.
Okay.
She's fully grown, but they kept the child's bedroom a child's bedroom.
No, that's creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy. It's very suspicious.
No.
But yeah, it's a really good show. It's interesting to see the type of people that are going and choosing to have these inmates come in, and they also, of course, have to check in with their PO every week to see how things are going and checking in. If they don't follow the rules, they go immediately back into holding and potentially back into jail. So it's a good show to watch. It just started. There's three episodes out right now. So check out Inmate to Roommate on A&E.
Inmate to roommate.
We repeat, Kelly, if we find out you signed up for this shit or some shit like it,
I swear to God.
I'm too tired, but I will come up with
The
Get you
rolling
up,
of the
down,
eyes.
down.
I will get you evicted so there's nowhere to go, okay?
Don't do that.
No, I'm joking. Never. We don't need you to be homeless.
But
What
don't
about
have
2
to
days
fix it.
in?
We
I
would,
really want to do that.
if
I
we
can
would
do
have
it.
to.
Nah, Kelly, they'll break you, Kelly. You too sweet. You too nice.
Oh, don't fuck with me though. I have
I don't
almost
need-
caught a case this week.
I
Oh,
don't
shoot,
trust
all
them.
the past months. Ugh. Anyway, we're
I
not
wasn't
going.
testing your gangster. I just no. It's a hard no for me.
Already. Yes, Mom.
Love you. Mean it.
Mhm.
Anyways, thank you. Keish, you want me to go or you want to go?
You can go.
All right. Well, my basic bitch self is back, and I'm going to recommend HBO Max's Pretty Little Liars. Hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. I recommended this before, and I'm going to recommend it again. I stand by it. I don't care what you have to say.
I'm not going to say nothing.
You can feel whatever you want to feel. I don't care. I recommend it. I enjoyed it. It reminded me of Scream more than Pretty Little Liars.
Oh.
And I'm fine with that. I don't care what you have to say, Kishana.
I wasn't saying nothing. I have opinions, but I'm not saying nothing.
You can have your opinions. It's
I
fine.
just have opinions.
We just talked about
just-
respect and friendships. Respect each
that-
other.
I am. I didn't say
I
nothing.
enjoyed the show.
I said I have my own opinions.
Yep.
You are allowed to. I feel you. Trust me, I go into any shitty ass looking show
So,
with
so,
bare minimal expectations.
so my biggest
Yeah.
opinion is that they should have took the Pretty Little Liars out of it and just left it as like original sin. That's it. Because I don't know what it has to do.
What
with
would it
Pretty
mean?
Little Liars. It doesn't. It has
The A thing is a Pretty Little Liars thing. So what would it mean if it would be just original sin?
No, but my point, but the way I felt about it is the fact that the way the show ended and who was A to me made no sense, and it's just like, so it should have just been its
It
own
makes
separate
sense to
entity.
me.
And I also don't like the guy who did the directing for the show, Aguero Sacasas, whatever his name is. All his shows are just trash. Riverdale's trash. Like, it became trash, and it's just. He also did Sabrina the Teenage the Sabrina show, the one that was on Netflix, and he just like ruined that. It started good, and then they ruined, and then Netflix just cut it.
I must say, I just blame that on Netflix to be.
No, it's actually him. It was actually him. It turned out that Netflix didn't like the way he was going with it, and they were gonna make, and they basically was just like, yeah, we don't like what you're doing, because they were getting a lot of criticism for the show because of his writing, and he basically was turning it into what he did with Riverdale.
Got it.
When he said that Riverdale would never hit the realm of being like magical and mystical, and he did exactly that.
Got it.
So, and then.
Well, I don't give a fuck about him.
Yeah, he's a terrible. I don't know why people keep hiring him. I don't know why people keep hiring him. They need to stop.
There's a number of people who we can have that conversation about.
So my only thing is just that I don't think it should have been part of the, like, it should have just been like original sin. Like, it should have just been its own thing.
So they should have titled it different.
They should have took the Pretty Little Liars out of it.
But then it wouldn't make sense.
But it still doesn't make sense. To me, it still doesn't tie anything in. The only thing that's related to A is just to Pretty Little Liars is just the initial A. But it still doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Made perfect sense to me.
This is an off-topic conversation, and
Anyways, yes, I recommend it. I thought the ending made exact sense. And that's just my personal recommendation. But I respect yours.
And scene.
Thank you.
Taker 1.
Okay. So mine. I need everybody to go in their kitchens. Go run around in your kitchens. All of them old ass utensils you've been using, throw them in the garbage. Throw all of them in the garbage. All of them. Because people, I understand that we wash our utensils that we cook with and that we eat with, but sometimes you have to replace them. You have to replace them. Because it turns out if you use like wooden utensils or you use like plastic BPA free utensils, they still attract and hold in a lot of bacteria and germs that can also cross contaminate your food. So replace your utensils. At least every like couple years, replace your utensils, please, people. I just recently did that. Only because I burnt one of my plastic things. I left it too close to the stove.
Oh God!
And it started to like melt. My poor spatula, and that was my favorite spatula.
R.I.P. Spat.
It was very sad.
It'd be the real ones.
It was very sad. So I just decided to just replace all my cooking utensils and my cutting boards and all that stuff like that. So,
wow.
Replace your utensils.
Heard.
Don't hoard them. You only need like 6 utensils that are very dire in the kitchen. Don't be like my mom and have a drawer full of pot spoons. She got like 30 of them in there. Don't know for what.
Because she's a Caribbean mom, and that's
exactly. She hoards utensils.
If your mama has the glass front dining room cabinet, don't ask questions because you know what you're walking into.
You're about to walk into bowls without covers, covers without bowls.
Yup. But that food come out bomb either way.
Mix match cups. Mix match plates. Got like plates that's older than you in there. Or old as you.
Every time I go to your house, I know exactly where my utensils are, my plates.
Yeah.
And my mugs.
She don't believe in throwing them things away.
I'm fine with this.
Oh yeah, that's mine.
Such a mama live her life.
Kitchenwares. Buy new pots.
Well, thank you.
It's time to buy new pots.
First of all, you think people got money?
Cooking out them crusty pots.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They're seasoned.
All right,
crusty
ladies.
Stop it, Kelly. Don't be nice.
Okay.
Call them crusty.
God, I hate us.
I do not sign
See,
off
this
on
is
this.
this is why we can't record late in the evening.
No.
This is
We gotta go.
why.
I'm hungry.
Melissa's
gotta go.
hangry. We gotta go.
Yeah.
No, I gotta go cook. I gotta make
Yeah.
burgers.
I got a
Some
date.
burgers.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Whoop whoop.
Okay, so if you want to leave a 5-star
All
review,
right. Get off this.
Man, wrap this shit up.
Get off. Get off.
That is all the time we have for today. Thank you. Have been listening to High Tea with Mel, Kel, and Kay. Don't forget to leave a quick 5-star review on iTunes and follow us on Instagram at hight_podcast, and head over to Twitter at hightpod1, and take a look in the description box for all links High Tea. And we'll see you same time, same place next week. MKK out.